Okay, today's video is going to talk about translations. Go ahead and take a moment, pause the video, and read the top half of that form. And basically what it tells you is that translations is when you take a shape and you slide it. You're either sliding it up and down or left to right. You're sliding a shape. Okay? Take a moment to go ahead and answer the questions at the bottom of this sheet, and then come on back and we'll go over the answers. Okay, so this is what you should have. Here we have two triangles drawn. Notice that the second triangle is labeled A prime, B prime, C prime, and the prime is those little tick marks next to the A, B, and C. So here is where you have your prime shape. That's where it moved to. It started here and moved this way. All right. Did you notice that the only value that changed was the x-coordinate, the first number in the ordered pair? And did you notice that it moved by adding 8? And the reason why it did that was because the shape moved to the right 8 spaces. If you look carefully at the shape here, it's moved to the right 8 spaces on the coordinate plane. And notice that on the right side of the coordinate plane is where you have the positive numbers. So the x value added 8. Right, go ahead to the next page and see if you can answer the questions. Notice here we're talking about writing an arrow notation. Arrow notation. So here you're writing the list of coordinates for the pre-image shape or the original shape. And here you're writing the coordinates for the image or the prime shape. All right, let's go ahead and go over those answers. Here are your ordered pairs for A, B, C, D, and A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. And really I should have an arrow drawn in between each one of these. Okay, did you take a look at some of the questions there? Notice this time that the shape is moving downward on the coordinate plane, and therefore the y-coordinate is changing, and only the y-coordinate, and that y-coordinate is subtracting. We're subtracting 8 this time because it's moving down 8 spaces. All right, take a moment to go ahead and fill in the appropriate information. These are the rules. You can use those rules to help you answer a translation without actually drawing it out. You can be adding or subtracting to the x-coordinate or the y-coordinate based upon how it's sliding. All right, turn to the next page. See if you can go through and list the coordinates for M, A, and P, M prime, A prime, and P prime, the pre-image and the image. Okay, this time the shape is moving 3 units left, 2 units up. So if it's moving to the left, that means we're going to take the x value and subtract 3. If we take the shape and move it 2 units up, that means we're going up the number line 2 spaces. Here's what your answer should look like for the top half. Notice when you draw the image, one has the little tick marks, which represents the image or the prime shape. That's where the shape moved to. Okay, pause the video and see if you can do the bottom half. All right, here's your answer for the next one. Did you notice that if you're going to move from 1 to 2, we are moving 5 units left and 3 units up. You're really just counting. Put your pencil on the corner and counting how many little lines we're moving to the left and up. All right, and on the bottom half, bottom section, see if you can figure out what can I do with the coordinates if I don't draw the picture. If I'm going to, for example, 1, if I'm moving here's what it looks like. If I'm moving the triangle or shape 2 units left, what axis moves right and left? That's the number you're going to change. And if I'm moving my shape up and down, what axis is that going to take? It really just goes back to the coordinate plane. And if on the coordinate plane you notice the x is going side to side, so if you're moving your shape left or right, that means your x value is going to change. If you're going to take your shape and slide it up and down, that means your y value is going to change. If you're moving up, it's positive. If you're moving down, it's negative. So if you're going to move your shape up, you're going to add. Down, you subtract. Same thing for the x-axis. If you move to the right, it's positive, so you add to the x value. If you're moving to the left, it's negative, so you're going to subtract the x value. Go ahead and pause a moment and see if you can answer the two questions at the bottom. Try to do it without drawing the shapes. All right, here's what you should have for number 1. Since you're moving 2 units left, you should be subtracting 2 to each one of the x values. And then if you're going to move 4 units down, you're going to subtract 4 from each of the y values. And the other one? All right, we're going to, and you can see I made a mistake. I had to fix mine. That's okay. We're going to move 5 units to the right. That means we're going to take all the x values and add 5.
I don't want to get that.
And if you're going to move your shape down, that means you're going to take all the numbers in your y values and subtract 3 because you're going down. So you're adding 5 and subtracting 3. The key to this is really remembering what the coordinate plane is made up of, an x-axis which is horizontal and a y-axis which is vertical. And remembering that when you're writing an ordered pair, the first value is an x-coordinate and the second value is a y-coordinate, x and y. That's really important to remember. We'll see you soon.